Hello, fan base.
I thought you were taking a photo.
Oh, I'm not. No, I'm videoing. So, Dr. Mortallero and I are out at Kinlockwood Gorge today, enjoying this unseasonably warm but quite lovely fall weather. And we decided that we would just kind of go unscripted.
Sounds good.
And ask a couple questions of each other that were burning questions that this biologist can't answer. My own question, and apparently you can't answer your own question too, right?
No, definitely not.
Okay, so let me just pause this and well, do you have your question now?
I have two questions.
Two, okay, and we'll see. I don't know all the answers. Sometimes I have to look stuff up, and
I feel
that's
like
okay.
you'll know these. Because I feel like I should know them.
Okay, so I'm gonna. Okay, do you want to ask your question?
Sure. My first question is, how come some of the leaves out here turn like a yellow color, but then other leaves turn like a reddish color?
Okay, that's a very good question that we see this time of year. And it all has to do with so you know chlorophyll, right?
Yes.
And chlorophyll reflects, refracts the green spectrum of light,
okay.
The wavelengths of light.
Gotcha.
And so they're absorbing all other wavelengths of light, and that's why you see the green, because it's reflected, right? And so what you're seeing now is other different types of those little chemical receptors that are picking up the other wavelengths. So they're absorbing green and refracting the yellow, refracting the orange. And why do we see this in the fall? It has to do with the seasonality. So as the daylight becomes shorter and as the temperatures decrease, we have less chlorophyll being produced. And less chlorophyll being produced means that you don't have as much of that refraction of the green, and you have more of the refraction of those others.
That is fascinating. So it has nothing to do with like what type of tree you are.
Well, it does have to do with the type of tree, because
if I was a tree, can I be yellow this year and like red next year?
No.
Oh.
There's a little bit of variation that can happen depending on the climate. So the amount of water that's available, the temperatures and stuff that happen, but predominantly it's determined by species.
Brilliant.
Okay. I love that. I knew that one. Okay. So now my question. Oh, let's turn around and sit, and so that people can see the lovely river behind us.
Watch out! There's like.
That's okay.
Like hemorrhoids. There's hemorrhoids on the log.
It's okay. It's okay. I don't mind hemorrhoids. I don't mind hemorrhoiding logs.
Do you want to fix that?
Yes. So my question is, and this is a question I could probably look up and find the answer, but it's something that always kind of makes me wonder in the moment, which is never at a time that I can go look it up. But why do we get brain freeze?
Oh, I do know that one.
Awesome.
Okay, so our normal internal body temperature, 98.6-ish, slight variation from person to person, but when you're drinking something cold, that cold temperature of whatever it is that you're drinking is pushed against the roof of your mouth.
Okay.
And there's a really rich blood supply. That's why everything in your mouth is pink.
Okay.
So if you very quickly flash freeze, essentially, with all of that cold up against where you have a lot of blood flowing through, it's going to cool the blood rushing through there as it's on its way up to your brain. So what you're feeling in a brain freeze is that colder temperature of your blood around your head. So they tell you when you start to get that to shove your tongue up against the roof of your mouth to re-warm the blood.
Ah, okay. I didn't know the answer to that. Very good.
Cool.
Very good. I've been wondering about that
so much.
We are. And that's not my area. That's definitely an AMP thing.
Definitely an AMP thing, for sure.
Right, definitely. Yeah. Very cool. I'm glad to know that.
I love our Sundays together.
Yeah, they're lovely. And we'll have some more contributions to this little creekside chat.
As we think of questions.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, Dr. Mortallero, you said you had another question.
Yes. What are these log hemorrhoid looking
things? Okay, this is a really good question, and this is a really important ecology question, because what we're seeing here, and sometimes they call these turkey tails or shelf fungus. Actually, these are a little bit different, but you're seeing a couple different things. The green stuff, of course, is moss, and there's a little bit of lichen around too, but you're also seeing fungi. And And what you're seeing with the fungi is that is the fruiting body of the fungus.
Okay.
And so what's happening is this is a detritivore, and it is actually breaking down this wood.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to rewind.
Okay.
Detritivore?
Yeah.
That sounds like a dinosaur. What's that?
No, a detritivore is a class of organisms that break down other things. So they're recyclers.
Okay.
And this is really important. So fungi can be, they can be, I guess that I should say saprophytic would be a better term.
Okay.
Because still it's that recycling. Mm-hmm. So what they're doing, and this is really important because in the wood, in a, you know, a forest system, you know, you have trees that die, you have branches that fall off.
So this is dead?
This is definitely dead.
Okay.
It's been cut, but it's dead. And what's really important is that if we didn't have things that were breaking down the debris, the woody debris in the forest system, it would build up and build up and build up, and we wouldn't be able to walk through. So this releases nutrients back to the soil, so that other plants can uptake them. You know, soil insects can, or soil organisms can use them.
That's really
and
cool.
Actually, if you look through here, so one thing you can tell is if this is growing.
Oh my God, you're gonna touch it?
Oh yeah, it doesn't hurt anything. If it's growing, you know, kind of horizontal to the ground, you know that this started growing after the tree was cut. It's actively breaking it down. And you can look at other trees. So if you find a tree that has this shelf, this fungi growing on the side of it, and it's upright, the tree's upright, and the tree otherwise looks healthy, you know that tree is actually...
I have some photos of that from years ago, the last time I was outdoors.
Yeah, and actually what's happening is that tree is dead. It's dying. And it could have... it's generally not the fungus that's killing it. It's usually insect activity. That fungus gets in there and starts breaking it down. So if you have a tree like that, you should probably go ahead and, depending if it's like close to a house or something, you want to go ahead and remove it. So, good question.
Thanks, Dr. Clutie. Guess what?
What?
There's a fungus among us.
There is a fungus among us.
See what I did there?
And we're all just fungi. Fungi.
A fungus.
All right. Okay. Well, you called these hemorrhoids. I've heard that brings me to my next question. So you referred to hemorrhoids. I've heard that hemorrhoids are itchy, and there's like itch cream. Why are hemorrhoids itchy?
Because a hemorrhoid is a ruptured blood vessel in the anal canal. So as that blood vessel tries to heal, just as if a wound were to heal on the surface of your skin and you get a scab, it's going to be itchy. But they also say that cream is really good for the wrinkles around your eyes.
I've heard that, and that's when I first was introduced to hemorrhoid cream. Is that like beauty queens will use it, and I thought that's the grossest thing I've ever heard of.
I feel some type of way about going to CVS and buying hemorrhoid cream.
Yeah, so you put it around your wrinkles, and
yeah, you put it like over here and under here.
Is that part of your daily regimen?
God, no. I don't really have a regimen. It's soap and water.
Yeah, same. I do use sunscreen.
Precious. Absolutely sunscreen. Yes.
Sunscreen's important. Yeah. All right. Cool. Well, we'll see if they have more questions.
Okay.
As we move along.
Sounds good.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Dr. Martellero pointed out something really good
here. Look at them all the way up there.
Yeah. Well. Okay. So you pointed this out. And we've paused here, and we've got these fungi that are growing out, and so this is the fruiting body. And what we know is that that its bulk of its body is inside the tree. So another clear indication that it's dead is that there's no top to it. But this is good because what's happening is that this fungi is breaking this down and releasing that nutrient back into the soil, making it available for other living organisms.
Oh, look, this side's like half missing. There's big holes on that side.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And what's neat is you see these holes here. That's woodpecker activity. All these holes here are woodpeckers. So insects have been using this, probably laying eggs and larval activity, and then the woodpeckers come along and peck them out. So circle of life right here in this tree.